Hi there, I think we're just about ready. Welcome everybody tonight. As I say, I finished my meal a bit earlier today, so that's a bonus, so I'm a bit more relaxed for this evening. Let me introduce you to, they've already started. Let me introduce you to the table. I'm playing South this time, which I hope is going to be more sensible, because you'll now see the table as it should be. So I'm playing South, my partner is Brian, he's playing North. We're playing against Gwen on my left, playing in West seat, and it's Pat in the East seat. At the other table, Pete and Tom are playing against our teammates, who are Helen and Crombie. Okay, I'm expecting us to be probably playing similar systems, but I'll keep you posted if that's the case. Okay, so let's look at our first hand, might as well. 9 points. And let's have a look. It's just a nice 9 points, I guess. 9.5. We're not going to have much to say, I don't think, in the auction. My partner's passed. 1 heart bid by East, which is nice. So, I mean, you know, you're looking, there's potential in the hand. Your Ace Queen of Hearts is looking quite valuable here. Okay. Could we see the hands? To see all the hands, you'd need to be online. Generally, the idea here is you'll see the hands afterwards. Oh, I see you want the history there. I'll put the history up. Thank you. Yes, good point. Thank you, Mary. You'll see the history come up on the right-hand side when it's, oh, I see, I haven't, what you mean is I haven't pressed the right button. Thank you. Thank you. Oh dear, and I've only just started the wine. All right, okay, I think I better get, so let's look at the hand again. Let's start again. You can see the hand now, I hope. Okay, so we have 9 points and the Ace Queen of Hearts are looking good because you've got a 1 heart on the East. And you've got the Jack 10 of clubs, which is nice. So actually, it's looking like a sort of tennis point hand, but we're still not going to have anything to say, of course. Okay. Well, now that we can all see the hand, we can get going. Here we go. There you go. Okay. So let's see what happens here. So, yeah, it's an interesting thing where it's passed by West. That is interesting. I imagine I'd be surprised if my partner doesn't come up with a double here, but it might turn out... That's an interesting thing. I'm imagining East is quite strong here. Yeah, so we're in 1 heart. There we go. That's an exotic start, isn't it? I'm not even sure I deserve a glass of wine for that. So, what do I expect my partner to have? Well, he will have probably 3 hearts. If it had any fewer than 3 hearts, he is likely to have doubled. Okay, so if he had any fewer than 2 hearts, I think he'd have probably done a takeout double, because I can't imagine he's got fewer than 8 or 9 points. So, you know, you really struggle in the last seat to make a bid. So he would have really tried. So I wouldn't expect too many hearts to be in dummy, but I'm going to try the Jack of clubs. That looks like a normal lead to me from Jack 10. I mean, you've got the option of a doubleton lead, but I think I'm looking for safety, and we can attack later. Remember, I've got 2 entries in hearts, I think. Does that make sense? So let's try the Jack of clubs and see what happens. Ooh, not so nice. Not so nice. Wow, that's an amazing hand in dummy. But it's going to be easy for Declarer to get a rough now because of my lead. I'm hoping maybe partner can overtake with the Ace of clubs. And he might switch to hearts then. So we'll see. We will see. I mean, getting a 1-level contract like this off isn't going to be easy. We'll see. Obviously, if East has 2 or 3 spades and a very strong hand, they may find they can make a big contract. If you remember the hand, those of you who are watching this morning, this is probably just out of the range of a jump 2 spade bid. Okay, Brian and I are playing that system. Okay, so Brian's played the 9 of clubs. which was just suggest he likes the lead. We're playing natural signalling, but I would be very surprised if East doesn't now rough a club. And to be honest, that probably means they're going to make the contract. Okay, but remember, partner only didn't open the bidding. So you've got to expect East to have a strong hand, and getting a rough like that. She'll probably get back to a hand easily enough and be able to rough another one. But I don't think I was going to lead a heart from my holding. If it turns out partner's got the ace of spades, a spade would have worked. Those of you who are fancying that Doubleton lead, not to get a rough, but to get him on lead, to lead a heart to me. Okay. Anyway, not too many spoils on this first hand, I don't think. We'll see. I was expecting a club rough quite quickly here, so she's thinking. I don't think there's much for us to think about really here. It's unlikely, or I would feel it was unlikely we're going to take it off. Let's just think if there's a possibility. Oh, she's got the king of clubs as well. That's why she's thinking. Just need to turn that off. Okay. And she can rough another club. It looks like it might be 4-4-4-1 round the table. Yes. So that's all the clubs gone. All the clubs gone. That's rather nice for De Clara. Oh gosh, wow, De Clara has got a hand. Wow. Oh, wow. So we were never going to get into our partner's hand to lead a trump anyway. So those of you who found a trump lead from Ace Queen 2, you're a better player than me, or you're looking at all four hands on their game. So let's put the 4 in there. I think probably De Clara's one weakness is actually the trump suit here. My goodness, if they got a 6-3 spade fit, I think they might be making. I think they're going to be making 4 spades on this hand. I'm not saying they should bid it, but I have a feeling they might be making it. Because it turns out they've got, I think East has got 3 spades. So let's try and work out a hand. 4 clubs, 3 spades, probably only 4 hearts. Partner's roughing that in front of me, which is interesting. So I just throw a diamond there. We now know De Clara's shape is 4-3. Just 2 diamonds she's got. No, she's got 5 hearts. There you go. So she's only got a singleton. So, so they're not in their best fit. I've got noises coming from every side of me here. Let's see what East is going to do here. Not really much to think about on there. 5-3. I can't think of anything other than play small there. Partner's probably got. Oh no, he hasn't. My goodness. Wow. So I'm just going to take my queen and ace. So there's not much to think about there. And De Clara makes the last one, so she's actually making 10 tricks in hearts anyway. So we'll see how that works out. It's a flat board. Wow, that's a big hand, isn't it? Yeah. So if West did, I don't think West should bid a spade, but if West does bid a spade, obviously they make a comfortable gain. So that is interesting. Yeah. Interesting, but I'll just have a quick look. I'm assuming they were just in one heart at the other table, and they were indeed. So the same score. So on your right there, bottom right, don't forget you can see all of the things. I'll just take you through. I've just got to refresh that. Okay, so let's look at this sound. Well, we haven't got that exciting a hand either here. Just 6 points and nothing really to say. So let's see if partner comes alive. Okay, just 6 points. Is it a good 6 or bad 6? I mean, it's okay. I'm not averse to it. 3 little spades are not particularly wonderful, but my goodness, we've got another pass from West. It's a poor old Trixie's not up to much here. That's Gwen, and that's amazing to have 2 opening bids passed in the first 2 hands. So this time I'm pretty sure partner's going to find a bid. A good 6, if that 10 of clubs had been in the diamonds instead, so if the 2 of diamonds is the 2 of clubs and the 10 of clubs is the 10 of diamonds, I'm starting to think, oh, my suits have a bit of strength to them. This is interesting. So it's got 1 spade pass double, as you can see. So the doubles for takeout. Partner will borrow kings and things like this. Then 2 clubs. And I've got to choose between diamonds and hearts here. Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, it's interesting, I have to say. You're playing teams, so the difference between diamonds and hearts is not so massive. You're not expecting to go for game, but partner could be very strong. I think if I have hearts, I should probably show them. So although they're shorter, I'm going to bid my hearts here. Okay, but it's a close decision, I have to say. But the advantage of bidding hearts is if I want to bid again, I could then bid the diamonds. But so let's see what that brings. West might come to life now, because remember, West has shown 0 to 5 points already, but now if she likes one of her partner's suits, she could come back to life. So we will see. Yep, so she's got some spade support there. Now we're going to find out how strong our partner is. Another double or pass, we'll see. I think if he passed and it came round to me, I might bid 3 diamonds to compete for the hand. We might have a big diamond fit. So 3 clubs is alertable. That shouldn't, I would have thought, be natural. Probably asking me how good I am. I'm not particularly good. So 3 clubs is, I would expect, what do I expect North to hold? I would expect him to have better than an opening hand. Remember, he could have been slightly weaker because he was last to bid. So what I think North is trying to tell me, what Brian's trying to tell me is, look, I've got a decent hand here, partner. If you've got anything more than a pile of rubbish, as in sort of 0 to 8 points, then we might be able to make a game. But clearly, I haven't got a great hand, but I have got a singleton club. And that singleton club is probably going to be valuable. He's just thinking. So the question is, do you think your hand is good? Opposite a partner who, I'm wondering what's happening here. She's maybe thinking of bidding 4 spades, I don't know. She's having a good think. She's bid 3 spades. Okay, so we've got a tricky decision here. On the spades, you know your partner's slightly short in spades, so that sort of fits pretty well with our hand. The worry I have is if I bid 4 diamonds here to show the second suit, that looks like I've got a better hand than I've got. But I am tempted to bid here. I think our hands are probably fitting together pretty well. So let's bid. Do we bid 4 diamonds or 4? I don't think we're in slam region. I will bid 4 diamonds. Why not? and say that I've got the two suits and I want to compete. And we'll see. It looks like that we may well have a double fit both ways. And when you have a double fit like this, you sort of want to be on the playing side of things. I'd be surprised if East resists bidding 4 spades, having thought a long time about bidding 3 spades. It's not great bidding really, but it's a very common thing in bridge playing where people... What I mean by this is if East felt that she should have bid 4 spades, she should have bid it last round, if that makes sense, because clearly her partner's shown no more. I can't bid anything, so I feel I've almost overbid my hand here. And it'll be up to my partner to decide what he fancies. I have a feeling that he's got a pretty strong hand. There is a temptation to lead a trump if I play in 4 spades. The problem with it is that East could be looking at a very strong club suit there, and it could be a 2-suiter. So partner's doubled, which doesn't surprise me hugely. I think I can bid over that, I think. And we'll see. Finding it. Let's have a look at our lead then. What do we fancy? I'm not really keen on the singleton club because that's going to be going into de Clara's second suit. So that's quite important here. The only way I sort of feel that de Clara's likely to make this contract is if she can make all her clubs and spades. West has passed. I would feel if she had distributional hand with sort of 3 spades, she might have bid it anyway. I mean, a heart looks normal. Have we got any suggestions for leads coming up? I mean, the 6 of hearts looks pretty normal. The advantage of the king of hearts is it would keep me on lead. That looks like an odd lead, but I'm expecting my partner to have pretty strong hearts. Okay, the problem with a trump lead here, as I said, is that de Clara might have 2 very strong suits. Okay, and if I lead a spade, she'll probably be able to maybe draw trumps and possibly establish the clubs. Whew. So for me, it's a choice between a heart and a spade, I have to be honest. And as I say, the king of hearts may well leave me on lead. Whether I need to be on lead, I'm not sure. Tricky. Tricky. I think I'm going to choose the 6 of hearts. We'll see. That should work out all right. I'm glad I didn't lead the 10 of clubs. I have to say the 10 of clubs could have been a nasty, nasty lead, as in 10 jack, and really helped East to establish her suit. Partners, hopefully, the only problem we've got is that it looks like East might have a void heart, which isn't going to be very nice at all. So the ace will get roughed here probably. Oh no, partner only had 3, so well, we're glad we didn't play in 4 hearts then. That would have been exciting. I'd forgotten that. Oh my goodness, wow. Oh my goodness, wow. That's extraordinary. So it looks like we're up against it here. It looks like East is 6-6, so this is manic. Yeah, so this is going to make comfortably, I think. Wow. Yeah. So if partner wins this, he might find the ace of clubs if he's got it. Not keen on that. Maybe he's got... I'm hoping he's got a club trick. Because if he hasn't, that's the end of that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't really like that comeback. This could be nasty. Declare can draw trumps down. It depends on how many club losers she's got. Partner's got 4 of them, I would have thought. I'm expecting Declare to be 6-6, which is quite frightening. So it all depends on how strong East's clubs are. You'll know if they're very strong because she'll claim now. So we're hoping that Brian's got the 9 or the 8 of clubs. And if we're lucky, he's got the 9 and the 7. He's got the 9, hopefully, yep. If he's got the 7 as well, he's got another trick. But unfortunately, I don't think he has. Oh, no, he has. There you go. So Brian had good enough clubs. So Declare's got enough trumps, so there's no problem there. But so it is one off. But it was tighter than we were thinking it might be. That's an extraordinary hand, isn't it? 6-6, yeah. But notice that if we'd finished in 4 hearts, that would not have been fun. So we've gained 11 there, as you can imagine. Wow. We'll have a quick look at the... So, I mean, just have a look at the hand there. You can see it. Let's just... the other table was making 4 spades, which is interesting. I think they maybe led the 10 of clubs. Let's have a look. I don't know. I'll just see what they led. Hold on a sec. I'm going to just press next trick. No, they led a trump. Okay, so they led a trump, and of course that gives away the club's trump suit. So there you go. A trump lead is the failure there, but we were very close to a trump lead. And don't worry if you chose a trump. Okay, it's a perfectly reasonable choice. But as I said, I wasn't surprised when there was 2 big suits there. Okay, so we've got a few more points this time, you'll be glad to know. So we've got 11, which is borderline for an opening bid. But as you can see, just nothing really to add to 11. You've got 3 9s, I suppose. If those three 9s had been 3 10s, then I may have opened the bidding. Okay, but even non-vulnerable, there's no reason to upgrade my hand, so I'm just going to pass. So I'm just looking at that hand there. Interesting. Amazing. Just wondering whether if we carry on playing suits, whether she might run out of trumps. Anyway. I'm just writing a message to my partner here because he's being cheeky. There you go. He has said, I only had a strong no trump and my partner had bid twice. And then I said, thank you, partner, for your lead is what you were supposed to say. Okay, having a little banter there. Oops, I've got something coming up here. Oh dear. I'll just deny that. Okay, so it's gone past 1 club. Partner's 3rd in hand, but opening a club is not particularly preemptive, so I'd expect it to be a normal opening bid. Generally, when you're responding, you bid up the line. So I've got no need to show my hearts first, because if my partner's got hearts, he is going to show them. Is everybody happy with that? So here I'm going to bid 1 diamond, okay, because if my partner has a heart suit, he can bid it now. Okay, and we'll find our fit, and the stronger hand will get to play. we're going to be inviting game, whatever probably happens here. So if partner bids 2 clubs, we would bid 2 no trumps, which would show about 11 points. If he bids a spade, again, we would probably bid 2 no trumps. We've got a stopper in hearts. It's interesting, playing teams. So I'm looking at the previous hand, whether no, even if you try and ruff a club, I think you're probably going to go down. So partner's passed 1 diamond, so it could have been a light opening there. Well then, but why is partner passed the bid? Because I'm a passed hand, he knows I've got fewer than 12 points. So if he has fewer than 14 himself, fewer than 14, he knows that game is probably not on, so there's no need to bid any higher. Surprised in a way that he hasn't bid higher, because he could keep the opponents out from the bidding. I've got a rather nice hand, so if they do bid, I'm probably going to make another bid of some sort. It's an interesting thing here, because if East, for example, has bid a spade, he's doubled. I'm going to redouble here, because so let's just go through this. So North has opened the bidding 1 club here, okay? I've responded a diamond, and it's gone past. So I'm putting North between 10 and 13 points, okay? But I still feel that we have the majority of points. And to show that, I am going to redouble, okay? That says partner, I'm strong, and he should then put me with 10 or 11 points, okay? Which means that he can then try to work out where she would be. So 1 spade from West, they've possibly got a fit there. What I can do, I will plan to rebid 1 no trump here, okay, which I think it's relatively safe. I wouldn't expect my partner to be very, very, very weak, so I'm going to bid 1 no trump here. Yeah, and that should be 10 or 11 points, and it may well be the correct contract. If my partner has a genuine 4-card diamond support, I would expect him to go back to diamonds here. The reason I don't think he's very, very weak is because I would have thought East would have bid on the first round. So we'll see if we can steal the contract. Okay, we've won it. There you go. It's nice to win a contract every so often. So I'm just going to put TYP, ready for seeing partner's hand. I might change my mind when I see it, we'll see. What's a Hastings, Andy? I see you've put a comment there. You'll have to remind me. I probably knew one day. Partner's making excuses for his dummy already. So he's obviously got a weak no trump and he forgot. Brian plays a lot. He plays a lot of strong no trump. So bear with him every so often if he gets the hand wrong. But of course, you know, I've got the hand that makes up and we're in the right contract. In fact, we may be a bit lower than the other table, because if he had opened one no trump, I would have probably ended up bidding two no trumps, and he might have even pushed to three no trumps, who knows. So we'll have to hope that things don't sit well, because if looking at the hand, you can you know, it's one of those hands that if everything sits perfectly for you, you can imagine making three no trumps. But you know, the lovely thing is we don't have to worry about that. We'll look at the score when it comes out. But let's be honest, if things don't go right for you, you could end up only making, well, maybe not even one no trump. So we'll see. Let's have a look. I'm expecting the spades to break 4 and 3. Am I that worried about a switch? Not really. So I'm tempted to duck twice. And the reason I'm doing that is because I think West Gwen may be quite weak here. Okay, so that there is a chance that I might be able to cut her off from her last spade winner. So I think I'm going to plan to duck spades twice. So again, this isn't going to be the rule of 7. The rule of 7 is when you're worried about a 5-card suit. Here I'm just thinking, well, Trixie's probably got the long spades. Remember, she bid them in the auction. But East did the doubling, so I'd expect East to be the stronger hand. Not by much, but probably the stronger hand. So let's carry out that plan. You never know, you might get a switch in the middle of it anyway. Also, there is the chance, of course, I wouldn't know, I'd be very surprised if it was, so we'll just assume it's not. I was going to say they could be 5-2, but with East doubling for takeout, I would be very surprised. Okay. So, that's that happened. I think I'm probably just going to alternate finesses here. We won 1 trick, we've only got 2 others, so that's 3. So I should have said that, 3 top tricks, apologies, from the start. But obviously options for extra tricks from all sorts of suits. What I'm going to do is take a heart finesse first. I'm expecting it to lose. Okay. I'm expecting it to lose because, of course, East did double for takeout. So we're sort of expecting the East's strength to be in hearts and spades. But I think, you know, I'm just knocking out the king. The easiest way of looking at it is I'm knocking out the king of hearts. So let's do that. I'll play the queen. We may have the 4th spade here and maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Can't think of a reason not to take the finesse here. Remember, we're only in 1, so we're looking pretty comfortable here. I don't need to unblock anything. Notice I've got 3 diamond tricks now, and now I'm going to lose a spade trick and the ace of clubs, and that will be the end of the hand. Okay, so it's a relatively straightforward one here. Okay, and which is good news, actually. It's good news simply because if we'd got to 2 no trumps, we might not have made it. So well done, Brian, for getting the system. Okay, so the jack of spades wins, and they may well play a club here. If they don't play a club, it won't make any difference. Sorry. Well, it will if they duck. If they duck the club, I will make an extra trick. But they don't. And as you can see, I've got oodles of tricks. What I will maybe do is make my hand high just before I claim. I like to make claims as simple as possible because otherwise people have to work very hard. So we have the ace, queen, jack, 10, 9. The king has gone. So what I'll do is I'll play the ace of hearts here. Okay. And then I'll play the 10 of hearts. And then I will claim because my hand is high. Okay. Well, they obviously did make 2 in. So it's good defence by the opponents there. Let's just have a look. They were in 2 in and scraped home. So I think our teammates might have done better there. But of course they had bid so the difference is if you lead a diamond. Let's have a look. So as I say, partner would have opened 1 no trump. If we were playing a weak no trump, we'd have finished in 2. Just going to see what the lead was. It was the 4 of clubs. So what I'm doing is looking on the right hand side. I'm looking at the what happened at the other table. they probably should get 2 no trumps down, I have to say. Okay, anyway, that hand has passed. We've still got a healthy lead. Well, 1 game swing. So 1 spade, partner's passed, and this is what I call a really relatively ugly hand. No aces, 7 points, a 9, but in an it's a pretty ugly 7, even with my 5-card miserable diamond suit. So I'm clearly not bidding here, so we'll just let the opponents get on. The King of Hearts has got slightly better though. There, when your right-hand opponent bids hearts, at least that's something to say something about. But clearly, bidding-wise, we're not going to be saying much. So, are they going to find a fit somewhere? Or are they going to be in no trumps? We will see. 2 spades. Overall 2 heart bid. What's important here is in most systems 2 spades will promise no more than 5, even if you think it promises 6. Because when West has 5-4, so 5 spades and 4 clubs and 5 spades and 4 diamonds, what can she bid? So the bidding has come round to me. It's very weak bidding so far, and I have absolutely no reason to bid here. I mean, believe me, I try very, very hard to reopen auctions here, but I've got no reason to. The only thing I can think of happening if I reopen this auction is the opponents getting to game. Passing when you've made a 2-level response is unusual. So I usually like my East 2 hearts to be about 10 points. Quite often what you're doing is promising a second bid. However, you are allowed to pass 2 spades, but I wouldn't want to give them the chance to bid again, so I'm just going to pass them. So it's my partner's lead. And interesting borderline for the 2 heart bid. Borderline for the 2 heart bid, but obviously, and I think passing 2 spades is reasonable. And if you're making a lot more, I mean, it's definitely worth 10 points. I hope everybody's happy with that. 5 to the Queen Jack, 10 of hearts, King 10 of spades. It's one of those hands that if you know your partner's got 6, you might even invite in spades, but of course you can't know. Partner's led low, promising on. I've got no reason not to play the king here. I know partner hasn't got the ace, but I'm hoping he's got the queen. Okay, with trumps breaking well for the opponents, I would expect them to make comfortably here. East is very close to a 2-no trump bid there. Okay, a second bid just to say, yeah, I've got the 10 points I've promised. Particularly at teams. The 2 spade bid is 12 to 15, and because you've got spade support, I love that King 10 of spades. The King 10 of spades in a suit that partners bid twice, really invaluable. Looks like De Clare has made a good choice in trumps there, taking a deep finesse. Oh, so she has got 6 spades. Things are likely to go well for them here. So in hearts, if De Clare leads the queen, I will play small, basically because I'm thinking either De Clare might have an ace doubleton, because if De Clare has 3 hearts, she could have supported the 2 heart bid. She's not playing hearts, so there you go. But the reason I'm saying that is because I'm thinking about it before it's led, and that's quite important. Okay, so things are sitting well for De Clare, so it's possible they're a little bit unlucky. No, she did only have 5 spades, so my partner was doing a little force card. So a neat little pick-up of the spades there. Brian's probably squirming in his seat, because clearly if Brian had put the queen or jack up, De Clare would not have made 3 spade tricks there. So Gwen will be feeling happy with that. Okay. So the fact that Claire has not played on hearts yet would suggest she hasn't got the ace of hearts. She's also, of course, discarded one as well. So so far De Clare has shown us the ace of spades and the ace queen of clubs, if you remember that. My partner will win that with the jack. We're playing normal signal, so I'm just going to play a low diamond there. Partner should have another club, yeah, okay, so he can just play another club there, and that forces Gwen to ruff. Gwen doesn't know the king of diamonds is sitting right, so she was trying to delay it, but of course the king is sitting right, as we know. So that's the end of that. So we've had some relatively calm contracts here. The only really interesting hand has been board 2. I've got no reason to cover that. Partner's going to win the ace and can play a heart back there. Declare won't have more than 2 hearts. Well, I shouldn't have more than 2 hearts. Remember, if my king of hearts gets roughed away, it makes no difference to me at all because Declare can't get back to dummy. So I've got no qualms about playing it. Okay. Declare has just 1 trump left in her hand. She may force one of us to play a heart in the end, actually, which is interesting. Yeah, so my partner might get slightly end played here, but there we go. So she does make the jack of hearts and we make the last heart. So same difference because of course she'd have made a different diamond. So just 1 imp there. Again, these little ones you're not really interested in. At the other table they were making 2 spades possibly. Your ambition when you're defending is to get a contract down. It's so important. That's such a massive difference. If you're playing pairs, boards 3 and 4, me and Brian would have been thinking, oh no, oh no, oh no. Playing teams, no difference. Okay, it makes little difference. I mean, I guess if you could say if they got 1 on it, all of the rest of the boards, they would scrape back. But it's the game swings you're looking for, or the part score swings. Okay, let's have a look. We're not opening the bidding, I don't think. No, it's my partner. Brian's admitting that he might have given them help. So the overtrick, of course, was the extra trick in trumps. I'll just show you the hand again. Sorry, I skipped a board. Apologies for that. You can see the hand on the bottom right there. My partner's passed. I have a weak no trump, but I've got a 1 diamond bid in front of me. I've got 14 points. I've got shortage in diamonds. Yes, I haven't got 4 hearts, but they're pretty good hearts. This is perfect. Not perfect, but a very good takeout double. Okay, so it's a nice takeout double. Given that we've had 2 1-level contracts and a 2-level contract, this is, yeah, we'd like a bit more spice, really. We've certainly had, I mean, the 4 spade one was definitely exciting, so let's hope we get a few more of those coming up. Yeah, so Hyatt, going back to the rule of 7 one there, what I was saying on that hand, so I'll just take you back there on board 3, was that I knew the suit was breaking 3-3 on that hand. Sorry, 4-3. So when they let a spade on this hand, I knew the suit was breaking 4-3 because of the bidding. East had made a takeout double and the partner had bid 1 spade. They had to have 4-3. So I ducked twice, and it might have been the case that West may not have had an entry, so I would have cut her off from the 4th spade there. Okay, so I'm just showing you there, board 3 again. Okay, so it's gone 1 diamond double. I'll just leave board 3 up there if you want to see that for that. It's always interesting online because you're always wondering whether they're thinking or they're off making a cup of tea or they've got a bad connection. You're never quite sure. But I would have thought we often think over a double because it changes our bid somewhat. So for example, what do you bid if you've got 11 points and diamond support? Jumped 2 spades, that's interesting. Over double, I would expect that to be weak. because I would expect strong hands to redouble, so I would expect that to be a weak bid, but they probably should tell us that. And they probably should tell us that it's a weak bid. I'm going to ask East, so I'm going to ask my opponents two spades. I'm going to put 2 spades and a question mark there. Does it make any difference? Not really. I'm going to be passing it anyway. I haven't got enough points. I've doubled. I've got 4 spades. I've got no reason to, and I'm certainly not going to be bidding 2 no trumps. My partner might have a pile of rubbish. So I've been told it's a weak 6-card suit. Okay, so it's, and that's why over a double it shouldn't be a strong bid. But I've got no reason to bid. I'm going to defend 2 spades happily. Remember, the point here is that North, my partner, will be short in spades, because if West has got 6 and I've got 4, North must be short. So really, if he'd had a nice hand, he would have made a bid of some sort. Okay, so I've got no reason to bid, and I'll just pass that out. So it's going to be my partner's lead. Given that I've doubled 1 diamond for takeout, I would suggest that he would have led one of the majors. Well, he's not going to lead spades, so it wouldn't surprise me if he led a heart, expecting me to have some strength there. I'm brilliant at predicting things. I'm so good. What's interesting is we do not expect him, having seen dummy, to have a spade. So he's got as close to a spade as he can. It looks like my partner could be void in spades, which I have to say would mean he's very weak indeed, because I would have expected him to make a bid. So let's just look. There's 14 points in dummy. 14 in our hand is 28. Let's say that West has 8. That would leave partner with 4, so it's reasonable. That's what I'm thinking. Wow, there's not really a huge amount to think about. We're expecting to make 2 heart tricks, a club trick and a spade trick at least. Where are we going to get more tricks from? If Declare wants to rough a club, I think she can. Let me just check that decision, that procedure. I don't know if you're asking what I'm drinking. I'm drinking Pinot Grigio tonight. If you're asking that, or you are simply asking if I'm drinking. So let's think of our options here. I could win the ace of clubs and play a club back. I could, more likely though, I think I'm probably going to win the ace of clubs and switch to a trump. However, what we've got to remember is our ambition is to try and get 2 spades down, not to try and keep them to 2 spades. So I'm not worried about over tricks. What possible way can we get this contract down? It's really hard to see a way of getting it down. So we're putting West with Queen Jack to 6 spades. Clearly, if she's got the King of Clubs, we haven't got much hope. Let's play the ace anyway. We'll play the ace because clearly we're going to win that. That's interesting. Declare. I think I'm just going to play a club back here. I mean, Declare. I don't think Declare has got 3 of them. So so I'll let partner win that. I would have thought partner would lead a heart here. Maybe I should have played a higher one back, but he has played a heart. Still can't see. I mean, I would have thought Declare has probably got the King of Diamonds here. So I think it's just a question of So we'll play the queen there. So let's just have a think. I guess West could have bidded on a 5-card suit. Yeah, I mean, pretty grotesque. But I guess West could have bidded on a 5-card trump suit. So again, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about a way of getting the contract down. Declau has got Queen Jack of Spades. Well, I've got to assume that. The Jack of Clubs. So that's 4 points. She could have bidded on just that, but even then, surely she's just going to take a diamond finesse. I can't think of it. Yeah, so 2 spades is weak, but quite often, you know, weak is sort of 5 to 9 points, that kind of thing, or could be a little less. Problem is the diamonds are sitting very well for them. Well, I'm going to take the Ace of Hearts. I can't think of a reason not to. I don't think... I mean, what we'd love to do... I mean, the only hope we've got here is to try and get Declara stuck in dummy. I don't think she's going to manage to do that, but... let's play a heart back. Let's make her... I imagine she may have the Jack because of her play from dummy, but I don't think that makes any difference however many diamonds she can discard. Bear in mind, I don't even mind if she's getting a ruff and discard here. Maybe she's got... I'd like the 10 of spades here, ideally. If she leads the 10 of spades, I'll just win it and play it back, but I imagine she's going to play the king. So she's got a singleton. She's got a singleton diamond. No, she hasn't. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We're going to win that and play a diamond and force her to ruff, but as I expected. But she's got, she should be able to do things comfortably here. Should be able to play a small spade to the 10. Assuming she knows her hearts are winners, I guess. Ooh. She's got enough to do that, hasn't she? Yeah, she's got the Queen Jack 9, so no excitement, I'm afraid. And, well, I'm glad we didn't finish in hearts. I don't know what we could have finished in. I guess clubs are our contract, aren't they? Yeah. The hearts are winner, of course, at the end. Okay, well, they've got a nice score there. We need to be in clubs. I'm surprised my partner didn't bid clubs, actually. I have to say. Let's have a look. 3 spades minus 3 at the other table. Wow. I don't know what they've done there. Okay. I think maybe they've tried to cross off, possibly. Or they've not noticed their hearts are winners. I'll just say well played to the opponents there. So they've clawed back most of the imps we made on that second board. Let's just see how they got to 3 spades at the other table. I'm not quite sure. A diamond, double, 1 spade, 3 clubs from north. Yes, so there you go. Yeah, 3 spades undoubled is interesting, I have to say. I think I might have put a double on that. Yeah, I mean, West has an amazing hand given that I've doubled for takeout. I'm just looking at board 5 here before I move on, because having 6-5 in the majors when your opponent has doubled for takeout is impressive. Still, yeah, Brian's borderline for bidding 3 clubs, I guess. He's looking at us. He's thinking that the spade suit is breaking horribly for them. Remember, if I had one of East's spades there, I could have had ace 10 to 5, ace king to 5. And so bidding 3 clubs when the opponents may well be... No, I won't have 5, I'd have bid 5. I don't know. Anyway, I think 3 clubs might have worked out better for us on that one. So, let's move on. We've got 9 points this time. And we're going to pass. I tell you what, there's a lot of distribution on this on these hands, but I'm not getting much of it. Okay. Oh, I sent that privately, did I? I didn't mean to. I'm passing, sorry about that. I'm certainly not going to overcall, I apologise. Yep, remember, we'd only overcall with a 5 card, so we've got no reason to think of bidding 1 heart there. Okay. Yep, you can see 6 was weak, but it's an extraordinarily strong hand, I have to say. You're going to miss a lot of games on hands like that, I have to say. So it's got a club, pass, a diamond, pass, a no trump. We're expecting a strong no trump from East, and I'm just going to pass. No need to say anything. This is going to be a tricky lead. Again, well, I don't think it's going to be tricky against teams. Pairs, it would be tricky. I think I'm going to lead a small heart, probably. In pairs, you'd be worried you're giving over tricks away. They've bid both clubs and diamonds. Leading an ace from ace doubleton just doesn't look right. Could I lead the king of hearts? I've only got 4 hearts, so I don't really mind blocking the suit. So the king of hearts, we'll contemplate it if it gets to 3. If it's 1 no trump, I need the hearts. We need the hearts to come in, so it's 3 no trumps. Okay. So we've basically got a choice here of, I think, simply the king of hearts or a small heart. Now, the book lead, of course, says that we need to have 3 high cards to lead high. I think we probably need some luck in hearts to get the contract down. I think a small heart lead looks right. You know, the reason why you sometimes lead a king playing teams is because you might sustain the lead and find a switch, but I think a small heart looks right. I think we're going to try a small heart. Okay, that doesn't look so nice, that dummy, because I have a feeling this is going to swing around to the jack of hearts, but we'll see. So the king of hearts might have worked out better on this hand. We will see. You never know, partner might have the jack. Dummy looks pretty good though. Those clubs look rather lovely. Although my 10 to 4 might be worth something, I'll be hanging on to those. So Declare has got a minimum of 26 points between them. Partner's probably only got 4. You know, he's not going to have much. He'd need to have 1 high. I mean, I guess I needed to have the jack of hearts and the ace of diamonds. If you're getting desperate, it's unlikely though. But again, when you're playing against contracts like this, you've got to hope for the best. Okay, so interesting. So it looks like partner might have the jack. That is interesting. Now partner should probably give me a signal here. And that suggests he likes it, if he can remember what we're playing, because he often plays it with us. So now we're going to have to hope the declarer gets a diamond finesse wrong, but I have a feeling they might be running. So we'll see. Ace of diamonds, and there we go, they're running. So I'm just playing count there, telling my partner I've got 3, but it's not going to make any difference. There goes the jack. I would have thought that declarer is probably going to have clubs as well with these. Okay. Partner's throwing all the hearts. Remember, what we've got to remember here is over tricks don't matter. So if declarer's got the ace queen of clubs, she's made. If she's got the ace of clubs, there's no reason why she shouldn't take a club finesse. Okay, so I don't see that my clubs are worth keeping, so I'm going to throw a club. Okay, so now playing pairs, this is different, but we need to take this contract down. So in fact, if I throw a couple of clubs here, I may persuade declarer to take the club finesse the wrong way. So if she's missing the queen, she might lead, but it doesn't look as though she is. So no surprise there. It looks like she's going to take her clubs, and then I will take whatever tricks I'm left at the end. Okay, so I'm going to throw my 2 low cards here. Wow. So declarer was very bare in hearts, but she's made her contract, and I will make the last 3 tricks. Yeah, a flat board, as you'd expect. I mean, what's important on a hand like that, it's down in the bottom right, is that you don't need a stopper in hearts there. What you're doing is you're describing your hand as 15 to 17 points in a balanced hand, and it's important that. Okay. So I'm not playing weak 2s in diamonds, so I'm just going to pass that hand. And really, if you are playing weak 2s in diamonds, you should be passing that hand. You are vulnerable. Playing teams, you really don't want to be bidding on suits that just have 1 high card in. Okay, particularly with 3 lovely cards in both majors and a singleton. So a pass is a nice bid with that hand. Okay, non-vulnerable, it'd be nice. But thank you for if all of you can ask for me to have some points. I have to say, my hands have generally been relatively flattish, etc. It has been, I mean, not a hugely exciting set of hands, I will admit. So who knows? And again, it's not looking too optimistic here. Do we double a 2 diamond bid? So that's interesting. I think it's reasonable. I've got a reasonable hand. I think it's reasonable. Do I want my partner to lead queen double? Oh, dear me. It's interesting because it's not necessarily a good lead, you see. So what's interesting here is my partner is going to be on lead against any contract. Do I really want a diamond lead? So the answer is no, but if they finish in 2 hearts, I would love to be in 3 diamonds if partner has diamond support. So that's the difficult thing here. Okay, so that's the very difficult thing here. Okay, so if East is weak, you would love to be competing for this hand. But we're going to guess that, you know, partner's passed. It's close, we'll pass. So double is generally lead directing in this auction. Remember, it's a free bid because they are showing hearts. I hope everybody's happy with that. Okay, but if it goes pass, I'll be a little bit knocked. I may dredge up a bid. Vulnerable I shouldn't though, you see. Good. So now they're stronger, I'm not worried. So I can pass that, no need to think. As I say, if East had been weak there, then it could be a 20-20 hand where probably 3 diamonds would have been nice. But okay. So it's 2 no trumps passed out. and that's good. It's always lovely when your opponent's finishing 2-no trumps. Partner's on lead. It's not so lovely when he leads your singleton though. Maybe I should have doubled, because a diamond lead against 2-no trumps would have been gorgeous here. So there you go. So you win some, you lose some. That's quite a nice dummy though. Playing teams, I'm afraid I might have gone 3 there. With 12 points and 2 10s. Oh, vulnerable at teams. Yeah, we'll see. But it turns out the 5-card suit's probably going to be useless. Hopefully my partner's 6 of clubs will be powerful. So we're expecting only 2 hearts in the West hand. So they probably won't play on hearts. So I'm not sure what they're going to play on other than clubs, to be honest. I would imagine it's one of the worst things that can happen during the bridge when you're in bridge, when you make a lead and then your opponents lead the suit straight back. But it wouldn't surprise me if a club comes. Declare, the spades are sitting well for Declare. It wouldn't surprise me again if Declare had queen to 4 or 4. So she won't want them to sit well, because of course you're only in 2. Partner's played the 2. If it's a standard count signal, it wouldn't surprise me if the suit's breaking 4, 3, 3, 3. In which case, excuse me, Declare is going to get a nasty surprise when she finds herself making 4 spade tricks. Why do I say nasty? Is because when you're in 2-no trumps, the one thing you really, playing teams, you don't want everything to be good for you. Okay. I'm probably going to throw the 8 of diamonds here. I might as well tell partner what to lead. I can't see any reason not to. I mean, we are desperate after all. So Declare has shown up with, so far, 2 points. So she's got a lot left. So she's obviously got reasonable clubs, I would have thought. I don't know how she's going to get back to her dummy. Maybe she's got the ace doubleton heart, something like that. So I'd expect her to have reasonable clubs here, and if she's got the ace of hearts as well, she can get back to them. So I would have thought there's 9 chicks here. It's interesting. So that comes around to me. I've got no choice here. So hearts come around to me. I can't really lead a diamond, so I'm going to have to I don't even know if my partner wants to be on lead here. That's the problem, but he can lead a diamond, can't he? So let's lead a heart back to our partner here. Okay, should be back to partner's ace. And he should now find a diamond switch, which is much safer for us. He hasn't done. That's interesting. That's disappointing, I have to say. That is disappointing. Because we're going to get end played here, unfortunately. I don't think it makes much difference. I expect Declare to play, but I am surprised the partner didn't lead a diamond there. As I say, I don't expect it to make much difference, but Declare may even make the rest of the tricks now. But ooh, partner's got the queen anyway. So I wasn't so end played. But Declare's got a heart winner and may well make the last trick, I think. With the oh no, she hasn't got the jack of diamonds anymore. So I have no idea how the club suit splits. Oh my goodness, de Clare's got the ace as well, blimey. Wow. So de Clare's got 2 diamond stoppers there in the end. So I must admit we've lost one in, but I have to say I'm a bit surprised that really that's a classic 3-no trump bid. So that's poor from both tables, though, I have to say. You know, that's to me is playing teams. You need to be in 3-no trumps on that one, and if you make 2-no trumps plus 1, you should be expecting to get a bad score. But no, there you go. So when are we going to get either a really distributional hand or a lovely hand? I don't know is the answer. But we're seeing our lead dwindle gradually. No, Zoe, I think he should have. I think he should have tried diamonds. We're playing natural signalling, so high says I like. So my 8 of diamonds has said partner, and I could have had King Jack to 5 or King Jack to 6. I have to say, in the auction, I would have probably doubled with King Jack to 6. So, you know, as it is, as you can see, a diamond switch is just as bad. I'm surprised de Clare wasn't playing on clubs. De Clare was endangering herself, I would have thought, almost by playing. I mean. No, she wasn't. She always had 8 tricks. She was trying to develop more. Anyway. Partner's bid. There you go. What can I say? Partner's made a bid, and he can jolly well stay there, because I've got nothing to say. Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't got much to say about the hand, so I'm just going to pass it there. Of course, there might be a bid coming in. But, so... The only thing that could interest me was a 2-heart reopening, but that hasn't happened. Remember, the over tricks we're not worried about. Now, you say that. I mean, I say that, but we've given 3 away. As I say, I suspected we were going to get a nice game swing on board 7 there. Remember, playing teams, vulnerable, you push for games. So with 12 points and a 5-card suit, I'm tempted. Now, you get a huge amount of luck on this hand, don't get me wrong, you do get a huge amount of luck. The spades break, well, no, sorry, not a huge amount, but the spades break 3-3. But you've got 3, 6, let's have a look. How many are you going to make against a diamond lead, for example? 2, 5, 9. Yeah, you're going to make 9 tricks there. Anyway. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. We've got a nice hand for our partner, so there's no reason to not expect him to make. But of course, it could well be another flat board. Let's have a look. A heart lead. He's got pretty horrible 13 count, but a heart lead makes it look a tiny bit better. The 8 of hearts is interesting. Could easily be from ace king, ace 8 9 ace king, or 8 10 ace king, or it's from rubbish and West has the ace and king, because from king 10 9 8 and ace 10 9 8 I would have expected the 10 lead. So I would probably, I'm going to be wrong here, I'm sure, but you'd sort of place... No, I'm right, West has got the ace and king, so that is good news, but I think West might have been able to work out it was from rubbish. But it's too late, because we have 2 heart tricks in the bag, which is rather nice. Let's have a quick top. 2, 4, 6, he's got 6 tricks. He'll probably throw a spade here and play on diamonds, will he? Or club, either way. King of diamonds, yep, it's probably the normal thing to do. There we go. The hand's starting to play itself. So he's got his 7 tricks now, and in a way you're just not that worried. Surprised he's not going for over tricks there. That's very odd, I have to say. There's no reason not to take a spade finesse, come back to the jack of diamonds and play on spades again. So what I mean by that is he's established the 10 of diamonds for the opponents. It's not a problem, because I'm not sure how easy it is for West to get the lead. But I didn't feel there was any urgency to play the jack of diamonds there. Club switch just means you make one over trick, but they should. So if they switch to clubs, it'll be 1 no trump plus 1, because he'll play the 10 here, unless of course East has the king, which he does. So I'll throw the 9 of diamonds on this. I would have thought 6 of spades is the same difference, isn't it? Cross with the club. And you'll play a spade. He's going to play the ace because he just doesn't need to fiddle faddle. But he's, so we may lose an over trick on this one as well, I think. We'll see. Yeah, we might lose an over trick on this one as well. Yeah. I think he was a bit wasteful there, partner. I think he might have collected. But I think really West should be switching from hearts there, probably. I'm not saying there's a good switch, and in fact, looking at her hand now, most of the suits are frozen, so the switches aren't going to work particularly, but she does know. So heart lead is harmless, I guess. We have a bit of distribution, thankfully, now. We've got diamond support. It's going to be a tricky hand, actually. So we're giving a lot of imps away in our little things. Let's hope we've got something to do, though. We haven't really had much to do. And in fact, last week we didn't have much to do. So this is a much more exciting hand. I'm expecting a major suit overcall. Do you know, it doesn't look too far away from a 5 diamond bid. So you've got quite a strong hand, that's the only thing. So if I, for instance, stretch in diamonds, quite often that will be seen as a weaker hand. I've got 9 points, so I'm expecting our side to have the majority. Certainly don't want to redouble on a hand like this, because you know that you don't want them to find their fit. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So if partner's got a normal 1 diamond opener, you're fine bidding diamonds to any level. Often he'll have a strong no trump though. And on that kind of hand, 5 diamonds might not look so pretty. So, what are we thinking here? What are we thinking? I think it's a number of diamonds. I want to see how many diamonds you want to bid on my right hand side here. How many diamonds would you like? I'm not seeing many responses here. I've got 3 from Mary, 4, 2, 3. Do I take an average? That's the question. The problem I've got here is it's a pretty strong hand. That's my problem. It's 3 diamonds. I don't expect to be that strong. I think I'm choosing between 4 and 5 here. Nobody's bid 5 yet. But I'm bidding 5. Sorry about that. I know nobody put 5, but the reason I'm bidding 5 is if I bid 4 and they bid 4 spades or something and partner doesn't double, I'm probably going to bid 5, and so it could be completely wrong. As I say, if North has a strong no trump, I'm going to look relatively silly. Okay, so we'll see. I'm expecting the opponents to have a big fit in one of the majors here. Okay, partner might be finding it difficult here if he's got lots of aces, But then if he's got 3 aces in his hand, you know, slam's not going to be that far away. So thank you, Derek. I will indeed. You're right. I will get my wife onto it. I've still got a tiny dribble, but I will send my waiter out for wine in a moment. And if I say that loud enough, she can hear me in the other room. I can hear the door opening. It's working. Let's hope it's not too bad. Okay, well, there is a slam on there. I think. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I mean, that's what partner was thinking. That there might be a slam on, but it's very, very, very difficult to find on that. Because it's very difficult to make a bid to get it. I mean, I've got to show a singleton at some point, but I've only got 9 points. So I think 5 diamonds is probably normal. Bear in mind, we've only got 24 points between us. We are going to be talking about slam. Problem with the conversation here is that we know they've probably got a 9 card fit in one of the majors, Colleen. And, you know, as it happens, partner's got the queen, but they could easily, on another hand, give partner a few less points. They could easily be making 4 hearts on a hand like this. So it's difficult. 3 clubs will often just show clubs in a weak hand. So a jump to 3 clubs in this auction is similar to what you've seen on the other second hand, was it? No, it was on the 4th hand, I think. Would show a weak hand but no diamond support. 4 clubs might be an option, but again, I'd usually have a stronger hand for that. So I'm not sure. I'm being honest, I think the hands just fit like gloves. But you should be. I think you should be able to make 6 diamonds most of the time here. I think Brian's taken slightly unnecessarily risks here. He's gonna. It's almost as if he's playing 6 diamonds because he could probably have started drawing trumps here because he doesn't need 12 tricks. So we could see our lead transposed here. We might lose our lead here if they manage to bid a slam. I would be very surprised, but well done to them if they have. I don't know how you'd start bidding it. In majors, these slams are doable sometimes, but here, yeah, he's playing in an odd way here. I mean, because they clearly can be over roughing and things. He doesn't need all these tricks, so. And now, of course, he's doing a full cross off. Notice a trump lead. Notice a trump lead would have made this a little bit more difficult. Can you see this? So he's needed these roughs, and he's still only just going to make it. So on a trump lead, I think you'll go down. You might even go down in 5 diamonds here. Well, you'd need to take the rough in club finesse, of course. That's what you would do. And it wouldn't work. So I think 6 diamonds would probably go down by the look of it. So partner's played it well there, so he can rough with the 9 here. And then, of course, make the rest on a cross rough. So he's done well there, but as I say, a trump lead, and I think 5 diamonds might have gone down. So trump lead and a trump continuation. No, I think you can establish your clubs. You'll make 5 diamonds. I have to remind myself of the lead. Was it a low club or a high club? It was a high club, so yeah. Yeah, so we've gained there. So all my pessimism. So that was well played, partner. Yes, so 6 diamonds. It looked ostensibly that 6 diamonds had a chance, but if you just need to rough too many times. Can you see that? You need 4 roughs. You need to rough 2 spades and 2 hearts, so it's no good at all. So we were actually in the right contract, and we made the right bid. So I don't know what I was doing. Not criticising myself there. Okay, so you know, to make a slam there, you're going to need another point or 2. So once again, a trump lead and trump continuation, and it'll be interesting. Yeah. You just have to establish your clubs. So you need the king of clubs, but if they don't lead the king of clubs there, do you make 5 diamonds? I'm not sure you do. Interesting. Just have a quick look at the other table. 4 diamonds plus 1. Well, there you go. All of you 4 diamond bidders there. Yes. Because believe me, you shouldn't be, even though you might think my partner should pass a 4 diamond bid with that hand, really. Yeah, because he's looking at the double on his right. He thinks his king of spades and queen of hearts are rubbish. Anyway, let's get back. We've had a hand where we've been able to make a difference. That's nice. Let's just pass. So again, conversation. Conversation happens when you haven't got your fit and you're not worried about the opponents coming into the auction. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Zoe. You're using the splinters in the majors, but again, you would like to have 10 or 11 points, well, 11 or more points, really. So I'm not really the strength, even if I had a splinter there on that particular hand. No, Brian played that well. All of my moaning for nothing. I think that I say that. I think probably playing teams, he should just knock out the king of clubs, if I'm honest. Because the queen of clubs, because I think the king, was I right? I think the king of clubs was led, was it not? Yeah. So he could just simply draw trumps and knock out the queen for 11 tricks there. Okay, I'm coming back to the hand here. Sorry about that. Okay. So, 1 no trump pass, 2 clubs pass, 2 spades. Nothing of interest for us at the moment. Obviously, we're going to be keen on the rest of the auction because our holdings in the majors are going to be massively affected. Okay. Okay, that is interesting. All right. So it's a weak Stayman bid. Partner's now in the hot seat. Double would be for takeout here. Obviously, we're expecting West to have hearts and spades here. So if he doubled for takeout, I would expect my partner to want me to bid a minor. He doesn't double for takeout. If my partner had semi-decent clubs, I'd expect him to bid them. So my spade holding doesn't look as though it wants to take a rough either. Okay. So bearing that in mind, I don't see any reason to lead the 10 of clubs, and I'm going to lead I'm going to lead the 6 of diamonds. It might. Oh, blimey! Wow! Gee whiz, that's a pass and a half. I'm not sure I'd be past playing teams. That's closer to 6 than passing 2 spades. Now they may be right, but if partner shows you 4 spades, I think you've. I mean, at least bid 3 spades. Yeah. So when you're starting, it's an interesting bid because if it goes 2 diamonds from your partner, you're probably dredging up 2 no trumps, saying I've got 10 points. It's all right. But when your partner bids one of the majors, I think you've got to go for it. I think you've got to go for it there. Playing teams, playing pairs, I don't mind. You'd invite maybe. Playing pairs, you would bid 3 spades and see. Yeah, Zoe, I think with 10 points and a 10-9 of spades, etc., I'm not sure it's not unreasonable to rebid 2 no trumps. I know it sounds odd, but I mean the hand is, is pretty good. It's worth 11 from my point of view. It's worth 11 points, so you might as well try for a major fit. And if you've got a major fit, but you only bid 2 clubs if you're planning to bid a game, and this is the point. So I think Stayman is definitely right on the hand because you think there might be a game in a major. The problem is when your partner bids the major, you've got to bid the game. Now, I'm not saying game will make, but game has surely got to have a chance on this hand. Hearts, it'll be interesting. She's not taking the spade finesse the right way. So, but I would have thought she's probably going to play a spade to the ace now rather than taking a finesse anyway, because she'll want to take another diamond rough. But as I say, once you find a fit, I think you should go for game there, playing teams. And I like 2 clubs. If you get 2 diamonds from your partner, I think you've just got to bid 2N and say, partner, I've got about 11 points. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so she's missing the Queen and Jack there. So she plays the ace, and she should, I'm sure, leave my Queen of Spades out. So quite pleased we didn't lead a trump there. Not that we were ever going to from Queen X. But. So not looking good for them here, because it does look as though everything's sitting as beautifully as it can. She possibly wants to play, I would have thought she maybe wants to play the last trump now, because she may lose contact with dummy here. Okay, yeah. Can you see that? So she's got 2 winners in dummy, but she can't get back to those winners now. So if she draws the last trump, it does use a trump up, but then she's got her winners in dummy. Okay. So we're in only 2 spades, so we're going to need to take a lot of tricks here. I'm going to be honest here, I haven't been massively aware of my partner's signals in diamonds. I'm sure someone was watching. He probably wouldn't have even been signalling to me. That's the problem. He'd have been asking for a switch. So, given that Declare has been roughing diamonds, etc., I think it's not unreasonable to lead a diamond. Hope my partner's got an entry there to lead hearts back through. Don't know. Yeah, he's got the ace, but it may mean that East has got the king. Yeah, so that's helped him out. But hopefully East has to lead away from the king of hearts. Bear in mind that East has got 2 spade winners anyway, so it's not as if there's a problem in the contract. So partner's going to win that and then just play another heart. We're hoping it's the Queen. I've done one, it's the Queen of Diamonds, which gets ruffed. Declare plays another spade, hoping I'd throw a heart, ace of hearts, and hopefully it's the King of Hearts. It is, so we did all right there, because obviously if we'd switched to a heart instead, they'd have made the King of Hearts. So we've gained 2 imps there. Let's just see why. 2 diamonds minus 2. Whoa. So let's just have a look at that. So partner's made an overcall. So let's just have a look at that. Before we look at our wonderful hand, believe me, we're going to get a good hand. We're going to get a good hand on the last hand. Let's just look at that hand there. So it went 1 no trump pass pass. So West chose to pass. 2 diamonds from North, which I would have done as well if it got passed around to me. Pass pass. That should be a takeout double from West now, and I think it should be, and it should be 2 diamonds doubled for 500. Okay, so I'm looking at the bottom right here. I'm looking at board 10 there. So the auction went 1 no trump pass pass. I don't mind that, but I quite like the Stayman bid. 2 diamonds from North. East passes. East has bid his hand, but I think West has to bid something in this auction with that hand. And if they do a takeout double, okay, then of course it ends up being passed for penalties, and instead of 200 you get 500. Well, I'll take that instead of a game. Okay. Yeah, so they should be making 4 spades, and as you can see, the reason is they draw the last trump. So that's a tricky one. Funny enough, it is a subject we've dealt with in some of the seminars I've done. So towards the end of the hand, I'm going to just take you there so you can see. Let's just quickly look at that. Okay, she roughed a spade, which is great. She then played a club. She should have probably played the ace of clubs followed by the queen of clubs. When she knows the clubs are breaking, she can afford to lead another trump. Okay, she's got reasonable stoppers. I suppose it's a bit risky. It depends who she thinks got this. It's not that risky. Come on, it's not that risky. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move. But she's not in 4 spades. Bear in mind she's not in 4. But if you're in 4 spades, you'll make 4 spades. I think that's the crucial thing, and that's why Brian's saying crikey, because he's assuming that we would have made a nice swing on that. So we've got a 10-imp gap, which is good. Shall I open a preempt on this hand? You can say I'm getting desperate. Clearly, I'm not going to do that. But yeah. So we haven't had a huge amount. I'm glad. I don't know if anybody knows what pointer board is here, but pointer board, we would have been losing this match comfortably, because pointer board is where you win the board if you get the higher score. But of course, then you'd be playing a different way, because that's very, very much like pairs. It's a team's game, but the scoring's like pairs. So again, I'm afraid the action is happening the other way. I'm going to go back to the previous deal. So I thought that was an interesting hand, yeah. But as I say, I think they've done well, and they should finish in 4 spades. So we're just going to carry on passing. I think you've all gathered that. It's interesting, especially I could set the hands all to be our way. We've had some good ones. We have the second one, of course, the first one we put on YouTube, sorry, we did, of course, have that lovely Grand Slam, etc. And it was almost as if, because we had the Grand Slam and a few slams and whatever, that they've decided that we've had enough points for the game. So let's see if partner comes up with something here. He doesn't. So if he can't come up with something, that's impressive. Well, we've bid the one game we've been able to. That's what I can say here. So that's good. It's our lead. I can't think much better than... Is it our lead? Oh, I'm going wrong. Yes, it is. And I mean, the Queen of Clubs looks just normal, really. I can't think of any other reason. And I think, if someone else wants to find another lead, they can. Obviously, when you see dummy, you're not so happy with it, although you've got pretty good clubs. But they're not quite good enough. We'll see. Hopefully partner's got the ace for you. That's what you rely on in these situations, of course. 16 points. It's a pretty bare 16, if I'm honest. It's a pretty bare 16, so I think it's probably reasonable to pass that. Playing teams. Playing pairs, it's a straightforward pass. Playing teams, obviously, 16 and 9 you can make, but too often you'll be going down. Put a 10 in there. 110. 110. And I'd be prepared to, to try for game. But I think it's reasonable to pass with that. Obviously, as defenders, you're going to need a lot of luck to take the contract down. I agree, Zoe, yeah. Often being consistent is very much the... can often win a lot of games. What could possibly go wrong? I guess Declarer might... Wow! That's not quite what I was expecting. Well, there's not much we can do here. Declarer can always pick up my clubs, so I might as well. So when I win my club trick, I can't. Partners. We're playing probably ostensibly McKenny in the background. Diamond would say I don't really want diamonds. I've got to put the 9 in there. The problem with playing the 7 here is it just allows them. So I might as well have, I have to say thank you, Nadia, because let's be honest, we had 4 points, and the nice part of the hand was the Queen Jack 9-7, and it's disappeared in one go. But what we're looking for now is a clear signal from partner. If we're going to get this contract down, seems unlikely, but partner's going to have a really good holding in one of the majors. The most likely place is clearly in. He's playing low, 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 so that would suggest the lowest suit. So what we're going to do is we're going to be playing a heart back. Problem is we only get the entry once, so we have to hope he's got King Queen 10 to 5. It's as simple as that. He's thrown a low heart now. So, you know, so I could have ducked that. I apologise. I'm not really concentrating. I mean, yeah, no, that's a poor play. So I apologise for that. King, Queen, Jack, 10. I mean, he would have signalled for a spade. Well, I'm going to play a spade anyway. I mean, that's the most likely suit that he's got length in. I mean, it's often he will have a doubleton. So, you know, the problem... should I play... We'll see. Maybe I should have played a low spade. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so just to explain there, I should have really ducked the third round of clubs, because actually East can be very, very weak on hands like this. So may not have an entry to the hand. I don't expect it to make a huge amount of difference. Yeah, so it looks like partner might have King, Queen, Jack, 10 of spades. So at least we found the right switch. That's something. Yeah, that was a bit silly, that. Sorry about that. Let's hope it doesn't make a difference to the contract. And obviously Declare's got 6 tricks, so if Declare's got one other king, he was always making the contract. But without a king, he may not have been, but I'd be surprised. Well, if he's got both queens, he's still making. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. I'm trying to find a way that it would cost the contract, but I don't think so. He's got 4 spades, a club. No, they should always make one no trump. Okay, and let's see what he does now. Sorry, she does. This is Pat on my right. Pat's a lady. Should have introduced her as that earlier, shouldn't I? I think Dr. Watson was the name of one of her pets. I think that's what she said, if you're asking why she's called Dr. Watson. But she is a lady. So here it's not unreasonable to run for home. It's possible my partner was deliberately keeping a singleton king to give the chance of the contract going down. Well, he's got 2 king doubletons, you see, I think. So Declare is going to make some over tricks here now. Basically, Gordon, I mean, my partner's trying to make the contract. Take the contract down. He's trying to take the contract down. To be fair to him, I mean, the overtricks are going to cost us a fair bit here, I would have thought. Yeah, he's cost us 6. One no trump was 1 off. Yeah, so in fact, Declare should always make the contract there. But, I lost concentration, so that was definitely my fault there. Declare should always make the contract. No, he won't. Sorry, Declare won't. So in fact, if I duck the club, no, because Declare has to bear one of his kings. Let's just have a look. Yeah, Declare would have to bear one of his kings even if I duck the club, but I should have ducked the club there. Okay. All right, so we're on the last hand. So again, all to play for. I'm just going to tell everybody thanks for the game. Remember, I'll still be on here for a little bit afterwards, but the table does disappear straight away at the end. That's the way it works on board. So it's an interesting finish there. Yeah, certainly if I do duck the club, partner has to bear one of the kings to take the contract, have a chance of taking the contract down. Declare probably should. No, I don't know. Anyway, I've got an opening hand just. So I think, unless I'm wrong, that might be my first opening hand. Let me just remind myself. I think it's the first opening hand of the day. Yep, I think it is. Wow, that's amazing. That is impressive. And let's be honest, it is very much a borderline opening hand. You know, so... basically, he needed to keep all the spades. He just felt that if he had enough time to... Someone's asking, why did he ask for a heart rather than a spade? By throwing low... I would have started by throwing a low diamond and low heart rather than low diamond, low heart. I think that would have been better, because low diamond, low heart, then low diamond, I think, clarifies the situation, which of course it did in the end. But he knows he has to keep all of the spades. That's crucial on that hand, because that's the only way we're going to get the contract down. Okay. So I'm bidding one diamond, of course. No reason to think further than that. So it just shows you again, though, that so even on that hand where I'd lost concentration, that with a pile of rubbish, you've still got crucial things to do, and it's really important. Really important. Let's see what's going to happen. See if we can get some fun at the end of the hand. It might be a part score hand, but we'll see. I think we had an auction like this recently, actually, when it went one club, one diamond, one heart, one spade, and it has again. There you go. Interesting. So if he goes two clubs here, I'm going to just pass. I mean, I know my clubs are bad, but I've got no reason to bid. If he goes two hearts, it's a little bit more tricky. You're not too far away from a two spade bid, you see. But yeah. So, is my partner going to bid two spades with six? I think probably in our system, two spades would have no. Certainly, I'm expecting partner to have at least five. I think I'm going to bid two spades here. It's not necessarily going to be right. The problem is you're vulnerable. Let's just think about this. If two hearts makes, it's fine, but if two hearts goes down and you and two spades goes down, you're not so happy. No, I'm going to bid two spades. We'll try two spades. It's borderline. Borderline. Okay, so I don't really like it, but I got King 10. You know, my partner should not be bidding anymore. I really wouldn't expect him to. I mean, he's a passed hand. I think I should be allowed to bid two spades without any punishment. Remember, it's all about the fit in these auctions. That's it. You know, I'm not bidding two spades because I've got points. I'm bidding two spades to compete for the hand. I'd be surprised if partner comes up with something here. Because believe me, if he does, that will be the... I mean, I'm sure he's got distribution, but... So he's asking me... So he's obviously got a strong... I mean, that's obviously an alertable bid. He's not alerting it because he assumes the opponents know. Now, the question here is, the difficult thing here is, what's the weakest option you've got? Is it 3 diamonds or 3 spades? So it's tricky, because clearly you don't really want your partner to bid more. Bear in mind that he could be sitting there with a void club and a double fit for diamonds and spades. So bear that in mind. Okay. I don't really want to be positive. So the problem with 3 diamonds is he might think I've got really good diamonds, but I've got really bad. I mean, I've only got 2 spades. So I have a feeling I'm going to bid 3 diamonds, but I have a feeling we might be heading too high here. I'm just wondering whether 3 spades might stop him. Okay, whereas 3 diamonds might push him. We'll see. We'll see. Remember, he doesn't know the situation. So we'll see. We'll just pass that. Bear in mind, I've got a pretty good hand. So, I don't think 3 spades should be too much. I'll say good luck. Let's hope. Because the 2 spades making and... yeah, he has got a nice hand. He felt he was too good for... a 2 spade opener. Vulnerable, which is reasonable because the suit's awful. So I quite like that. So this is going to be tense. What we've got to hope is that the club ruff is going to be using their trump winner. So we're hoping that if they do get a club ruff, that person is the person who holds longer spades. Having said that, we've still got to get rid of that heart. It's going to be tricky. So let's remind ourselves what the auction went. 1 club on the right there, diamond, a heart. Yeah, they should be able to get trump promotion anyway. As long as they get it right, they should manage this. So it's going to go king of clubs, club ruff, and if they play a diamond, as long as they signal correctly, they should play a diamond probably back to East's ace, because that's what I'd guess East has. Remember, he opened the bidding. And then a 4th round of clubs may well generate a trump promotion, I'm afraid. So we'll then be hoping that West started with Queen Jack X in trump. So we'll see. Let's have a look. Or they could have started Queen 3-2 or Jack 3-2. Sorry, this is complicated, but so we've still got chances here. So we're expecting obviously a club lead now. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Helen happened to be watching in the background, which is good. So it's an odd lead, the 9 of clubs, because she could have led a lower one to ask for a diamond. So maybe the ace of diamonds, she has led a heart. I can't believe there's 7, is there? Surely not. Thank God for that. Oh, she thought her part. No, that is odd. So that's yeah, because Declare would have had to pick that up. So let's have a look. We obviously need a bit of Jim Jam here. Not so nice. So it's a bad break. So pushing to 3 could give the opponents the gain, I'm afraid. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Surprise partner hasn't just tried a diamond, you know, just led a diamond at some point. I know they shouldn't duck it. Oh, the ace was there anyway. That makes sense because East didn't ask for one. But that could be expensive, yeah. We will see. Let's have a look. The scoreboard's going to come up in a moment. The partner will just play a small heart and then claim. Well, he's decided to play pocket kings on the last one. So he's sustaining the agony. Sustaining the agony. But we will lose by an imp or two. 210 is worth, let's have a think, probably about 6, I think. He really is playing this out. Agony. Let's have a look. It's going to come up on the white straight away. And it was a flat board. Oh dear, let's have a look. And they were in 3 spades in the other room. Let's see how the auction they had. The auction was, oh, it was a weak 2 spades raised to 3 spades. Wow, that was a close game. That was a close game, wasn't it? Yeah, so they ended up in 3 spades as well. Should we have done? I think the first thing on that hand, just to have a look at that bottom right, if you look there, you shouldn't really be opening a weak 2 vulnerable against not with that. Okay, you really shouldn't be. It's too poor a suit and it's a nice hand. I bid a diamond over call. I think 2 spades. Vulnerable games you've got to push for. But, I think that's getting a bit pushy. That queen of jack of clubs doesn't look great. So they would have pushed to 3 hearts anyway. Over that, we might have been pushed to 3 spades. Let's have a look. It was a close match, wasn't it? I made it into a close match by losing concentration. Let's have a look. 3 hearts would have been not fun for them, I don't think. It would have been great fun for us. So. Well, thank you very much for your company. And we'll try and keep doing this. We will be shifting to our members platform for this eventually. So don't forget that. That's bernardmageebridge.com. But we're trying to keep things as open as we can. I've had an interesting comment there. Okay, well, thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. We are certainly going to. And yeah, we've had some close ones, haven't we? 1 opening hand, and it came on the last hand. Amazing. Anyway, thanks for your company. Thanks so much. Cheers. I'm forgetting what I have to press now. There we go. Night, night.